You know those really annoying couples who say stuff like, "You are my other half"?
Yeah, but why do people say that? Where does it come from?
Let's find out in today's episode of Anecdote. Let's dive into it. So our homeboy Plato puts it like this, quote unquote, "According to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and a head with 2 faces. Fearing their power, Zeus split them into 2 separate parts, condemning them to spend their lives in search for their other halves."
There was a time that humans were very powerful creatures, fearless and strong, and they even dared to threaten the gods. They threatened to conquer them and rule in their stead, to become the new gods. So the gods had to answer and contemplated on how to face the humans' threat and what needed to be done for balance and harmony to be restored once again.
Yeah, they thought of destroying humans completely. They wanted to face them in a battle and kill them with lightning, as they did with the Titans. But if humans no longer existed, there would be also no more tributes to the gods from the humans, a thought that the gods did not quite like.
Yeah, that was kind of bummer. So Zeus thought it was a good idea to split them apart and punish them for their pride. This caused the humans much pain, but also doubled the population and tributes they had to make.
But let's focus on soulmates. According to Cambridge Dictionary, it is described as someone, usually your romantic or sexual partner, who you have a special relationship with and who you know and love very much. So, do you agree with that definition? Do you think that is what a soulmate is?
Well, the thing is, I think people are too much focusing on the romantic soulmate part and not on friendship or whatever, because your best friend can be your soulmate too.
I totally agree.
So
I thought about this too, because I thought the first thing that comes to my mind is a soulmate is your partner, you have a relationship with them. But I thought that is necessary.
Yeah.
You can't have a best friend and that is your soulmate.
That's your soulmate, yeah, right.
But I also don't think that you necessarily need somebody else to
fulfill you.
Yes.
I don't like this whole thing. Yeah, I'm looking for my other half so I can be complete. Like, why do you need another person to be complete?
Yes. There's a lot of people are always searching for somebody else and to have a relationship with, which I don't think is necessary.
Yeah.
And people think there is one person that is right for them, which is their soulmate. But I don't think that either. Like, we make kind of our own destiny, if that makes sense. And if we spend a lot of time with a person and we realize we like them, it's not like, oh, that's our soulmate. It's like so many people could be right for us.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Yeah, it depends on who you spend the most time with and
Definitely.
Stuff like that.
I don't think like there's one person out there for you. I think there are a lot of people you're gonna meet and you're gonna click with and it's gonna just work.
Yes.
And I don't think anything's like, meant to be or destined, because
it maybe it can seem forced.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. Like, you're like, I don't also believe in love at first sight, so you can't look at somebody and be like, oh, that's my soulmate, because you have to
get to know them
better.
Definitely.
Like,
Definitely. I think that's kind of stupid also, this whole, I'm looking for my soulmate and it's like my mission, I don't know, I have to find a person I want to spend the rest of my life with. I think that's just stupid because, there's so many people you're gonna meet.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it stupid, because some people find joy in relationships, but you can be very happy on your own.
Yeah.
And making your life about finding like your other half is is not that great, because I think you're always sad that you didn't find them yet.
Yeah.
And you should like live your life to the fullest, and if somebody crosses your path you think is good for you, then that's great, but you shouldn't like search for
definitely
people.
You know what comes to my mind is Ted Mosby.
Yeah,
from How I Met Your Mother. I think that's very, very unhealthy behavior, because he's fixating on that he has to find a perfect woman. I don't know, and that's not healthy. That's just
definitely,
you know.
Yes, he's also like, I can't be happy if I haven't found the right person yet. But you can be very happy, and if you focus on other things, and for example your career or your friends, who also could be soulmates, it makes more sense. And if as soon as you realize that you don't need somebody else to be happy with, it's life gets at least a little bit easier.
Yeah, that's true. That's like, I think it's just in our society, it's always, you know, you have to find the perfect relationship or whatever, because that is like, I don't know, success to some people. If you find the one person you're meant to be with, but it's a
little old-fashioned kind of view, because it's like you also have to get married and have kids and stuff, and if you don't have a significant other by the age of, I don't know, 25, you're a disgrace.
Disgrace. Yeah, that's true. What I also think about a lot is like the fact that humans are probably not meant to be with one person their whole lives, because barely any animal is, you know, like biologically. I don't know, I'm not, you know, but I think that's important, because people grow, and just because you have a good relationship with someone at a certain time doesn't mean that you're gonna be, you know,
you have to stay with them. I think that's a problem with a lot of, you know, older couples or couples who've been together for a long time, and they're like, we have to stay with each other for the sake of it. And that is, I mean, it's great if you find somebody and you decide to stay with them the whole your whole life and you never regret it. But we don't have to stay with just one person, because as soon as you don't feel anything for them and the relationship gets like difficult, or you don't feel that happy anymore, I mean, you could still stay with them for a while to see if it could work out, because things can work out if you and your other your partner want it.
If you work on it,
you
can, definitely.
But it's like you don't have to stay with them, but if you want to make things work, you can make things work.
That's true, but I also feel like it's a lot of pressure from society, because people conceive like divorces and when people split up like such bad things. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just if it's not working out anymore and you're not happy, then it's better to part ways than stay together and, you know, like be resentful, or I don't know.
Yes, it's also like I've mentioned before, it's like if you don't get married, if you don't want to get married, you shouldn't get married. And people look weird at you for not wanting a marriage, but it's completely fine.
That was it for today, guys. Tune in for a fresh episode next week. Or not, it's whatever.